Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. You cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got heart. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as.
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the the new rock. Electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guessed. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard, I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock. Electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as
I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard, I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as
that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, 'cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You were not as tough as
I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guess. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard, I'm ready to change. Scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you were not as tough as
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Inspire Broadband presents Valorant Skirmish Cup. And this tournament is brought to you by Instinct Productions. And thanks to IGC Cup for powering this event. Today is the last day of the best of 16. So, yeah, kind of the hit or miss situations over here is going to be ending today.
that's a
But at
good
the same time, it's kind of disappointing as well that a lot of teams who made it so far will have only one map to play in.
Hey,
That's
it's
the
one
first-
map, but at the same time, today's teams are incredible. It's Old Dogs going up against Covenant. Like, what more can you ask for, Crystal? Two teams, incredible rosters. The players are insane in their own caliber, and they're here to bring in their medal and showcase exactly what good old Valorant is supposed to be. Covenant, a team that we know and love, one of the only teams that was ever able to give XLE's whole roster a run for their money. Now that the team has separated, arguably they are the best team in the entire region when you think about it, right? Bangladesh could possibly be in the era of the Covenant if the Old Dogs don't have something to say about it here today.
I'm pretty damn sure they will have something to say because I have gone through the rosters and I've seen a lot of familiar faces. So I believe this is going to be a very high voltage match. So it's going to be difficult to take sides, but I know for a fact some players will indeed lean a little bit towards the side of Covenant. So I just hope that actually remains, or maybe actually I saw a different roster because now that I see the agent compositions on our screen, I can barely recognize the usernames. I'm not sure if I have, or maybe it's just their Discord usernames which I was able to recognize, but maybe it's just their Smurf account or something. I don't know. But from the side of Covenant, they have been playing for such a long time, Aggie. It's just a mistake if I say that they're not gonna have the best of compositions, because they certainly will. And as you mentioned as well, that XZ is technically non-existent. These guys are simply unrivaled, and probably they may even have an easier round this time.
You see a little bit of a change as well with IC possibly being the one to take the role of duelist. I haven't really seen this player, but you never know. There's gonna be a lot of surprises. Wait, IC's just Doomsday. Never mind. It's gonna be a little bit of a difference maker, but never mind. The Reina's gonna be able to catch out all of the players, and just as the round started, it's already over. Good God, that was instantaneous. Because this round was very quick on that regard.
No, Sunburst, well, yeah, that's something. We were actually focused on a little bit of the technical difficulties, so do apologize for that. But then again, as you were saying, before the action even started, it just felt like the defenders were simply ready for it. I think it was the defenders who won the round, right? I believe so. Isn't it, Aggie? Right?
Yeah, the defenders were there. The Reina just swung out and instantly was able to find all of
from
the value.
backwater. From backwater.
Yeah, the back side play from him was just incredible. Beautifully done start. So do see that the members of
Nice.
Old Dogs, they have
Okay.
an incredible roster indeed. But it just comes down to their aim. What is Sin6 up to? This Reyna's just able to tear through the entire server. That last round on that pistol was just single-handedly the one to take down 4 players of TC. A good and early start for the Old Dogs roster, and even though they don't have the big names, they have the big guns to prove it.
Absolutely, and now in this pressure situation, they can have a little bit more of a kill probably, but still, it's gonna be difficult considering they have gone for a post-plan situation. Will be good for a double kill of their own roster, but it's not gonna be a very successful one. But still, I'll still give them the slag as they were able to put the spike down. But I must admit, I guess I did recognize a couple of players here and there on the side of Old Dogs because they are indeed putting up a show, but I don't want to jinx it quite yet because let's face it, they have shown how dominant they are, how strong their ego peaks are, and they're just playing off of it. Covenant, yeah, they're no exception, you better believe that, but at the same time, when they start to pop off heads, they will not show any form of mercy, and they're also going to show off how strong they are. And I think TC was the team who defeated Exili on the map of Lotus when Exili was their domain. Was it Exili or Triple Ninja's team? I can't quite remember, but as this is the map, I'm pretty damn sure both of the teams have done their homeworks, and it kind of can be anybody's game to be exact, because I do want to say it in the scene of Bangladesh in particular. You may agree to this or disagree to this, Aggie. That is,
What?
sometimes this
Yo, the badges!
he just walked out like a walk in a park.
No. He wrapped around. He went through the back. And then he caught 2 players completely off guard. Reach is going to be able to shut down 1 more player as well. Stuck in a 3v2 situation. This is not looking that good. The Gecko able to find some value, but Senpai doesn't really find the bullets to make this one happen. The flank's already covered as well. The killjoy is already coming in from the back. It's all about the timing. The first kill, beautifully done by the Senpai, but Yone's gonna be able to take him out instead. Deadly in towards the back, knows exactly where the killjoy is gonna be playing from this time around. A good bit of a swap, has a better weapon to play around with. Both Sentinels max out on HP. The plant already has gone down. So it's all about the hold at this point. The Cypher Cam giving away information, pulling it through, but Deadly misses the shot. This could be dangerous, but the Killjoy playing with his tune is Deadly with a fast swing, gets the final catch, and with a spiked blow, TC, they win the round, but at a pretty hefty cost here, Crystal. They lost all their weapons, and this is a bad one.
I have to agree to that because the way the side of Old Dogs put up a retaliation against it, they were not expecting it. And I have to compliment Sub Sandwich, so not Subway Sandwich, Sub Sandwich, and particularly, he walked with the door and he just became a boogeyman out of nowhere. With that Bucky, he found insane value, and I can tell for a fact that Old Dogs, they don't even care if they lost this round because number one, as you mentioned, they have made sure their opposition lost all their guns, and secondly, they got so many frags, and that's an indication that Old Dogs are simply gonna be unrivaled when it comes to the gunfights. TC, I'm not counting them out of the equation quite yet, but they'll have to be extremely cautious when it comes to taking these fights here on our. But as of now, the aggression will be seen from the side of TC. Oh yeah, now we have sound as well. As Raivify joins us in the streamer desk, probably just to check up on us. But yeah, Muffin Senpai,
God,
with the
sound.
opening onto Sexinix. Is it Sexinix? I believe so. And it's gonna be going on from the wingman of Muffin Senpai, and now the race is kind of playing with fire as he has too many targets to go for, and Doomsday finds a double.
Shot, Doomsday. The man never fails to amaze. Doesn't buy a skin in the game ever, but why does he need to? He has the skills to pay the bills, that is for certain.
Ooh, nice shot!
Up Sandwich, good catch over on the Specs. He expected to get a timing, but he's not going to be able to do much. Down over to Deadly to take down 1 more. Now the Old Dogs running back, trying to survive. Deadly with another kill. He's gonna be able to just shut everything down, and with that, the Old Dogs not really able to find a lot of value here when it came down to their buy round. Off onto an eco once again. Hopefully a little bit more of a better start for them because TC, they have now revved up and they're ready to hunt for blood.
Absolutely. They have also put their position on an eco as well, and looks like they have found their footings. And I have to compliment TC on that one in particular because they have actually started to understand how their opposition is going to be starting to play. And this is a proper read. This is what you expect from the side of TC because once again of their sheer experience on the board. But is this experience, or should I say this read, is going to remain consistent? That's going to be a question Old Dogs will have to answer because previously they have done something have not predicted. But still Tyson! Along with Sexinix finds a double. And now both of the players of the attackers will be scratching their heads that how the heck did they expect us to be on long? Maybe they have made noise or something, but still, two guns. They'll have to guard it now just in case that they're not recovered by the opposition because they are on ecos, confirming that they have gotten kills with the shares. But now the clock is ticking and they are opting to go for a rotation, but the breach is waiting for it and expecting it. All he needs is one, and probably he's gonna be escaping the vicinity right after that. Yasuo knows exactly where the player is. Specs is gonna go down, and now the breach. Sorry, the fade will be forced to fall back into C once again because now he knows the players are going to be allowed to recover the guns, but he's trying to deny just that. But TC is also stunned. The read's perfect from the side of Bulldogs. The recon's going to be there as the players are starting to play off against each other's contact, and now the main target of TC is to guard the Vandals, nothing else. They know this round is going to be almost difficult to recover for them, but still, if they can recover, or should I say guard these Vandals for themselves, or the assault rifles for themselves, they should be having a proper chance. But
No,
I don't think
they want to flick.
Face your fear!
and now they have sight.
They're gonna be able to do so much with this Lee. Still very much alive and kicking. This round, this should have been in the hands of the old dogs. Man advantage completely being taken away down over to a 2 versus 2 situation. In the back, the Reyna does try to find a little bit of an opening. The Recon's gonna stop him from even taking another
Nice shot.
Yone, good for the kill, but I see still very much alive and kicking for this duel. Spots out the last player. Good swing coming out from him, and the Phantom, the strength of the weapon being showcased to its fullest. And this is why TC, ladies and gentlemen, are an insurmountable force. You put them in a 2v5 scenario and they can pull off rounds like this. And don't forget, Old Dogs, yeah, I understand they were on an eco. They took out a lot of the guns from the hands of TC, but to bounce back from a round that went to a 2v5, even when you are against a couple of eco buys, is a very hard call. And TC, they did that wonderfully.
There.
Absolutely. The adaptation was just on point, and understanding what should be their priority also allowed them to be that, because a lot of people would have said, hey, there's a lot of players in C, you can just rotate back to B or A, or hypothetically that is, but they guarded the weaponry so that their opposition doesn't find any form of unwanted strength before they can recover it, and that's exactly where the shine. They didn't let go of their ground, and those garages are going to be the ones which will allow them to take the lead for the first time in the game, but hopefully this will stay consistent as the Gecko and the Cypher starting to take control with the Omen as well into Gravel, and there's nowhere to be seen. It looks like A side is technically a free real estate, so this should be an open objective for them as the attackers. Sorry, as the defenders will have to expect a retake, but this is something which also needs to be answered as the players are starting to expect the players to be on A side. Yasuo, good for 1 to 1C. Is it actually 1C? I don't think it's...
I see,
yeah,
I
it is...
see.
Oh,
Call him
oh
IC.
yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
The magic name is don't know sense.
Hey,
So
it's a
understand.
1 and a C, so I was like, okay, because usually people would have put an I and a C, but anyway, that's a conversation for another day. As Sub Sandwich is on a 1v4 situation, needs to find 4 kills, at least some exit frags before he can try to make anything happen. But they have good fake smoke to make sure the players are not going to be pushing him, so Sub Sandwich would be able to find some kills of his own. But as of now, the PvP needs to come in. Not the second, as Muffin Senpai would be way too good on the trigger to get the refibers.
Yeah, the timing is just perfect coming out from the old dogs. Not really able to find much of a foothold now that TC have really revved up their engines. They're going so fast on these takes as well, not really letting the members of Old Dogs really get into any form of position. What I do have to say is that the members of Old Dogs, they are technically winning out on a lot of their aim deals, but as a team, they're just not able to function on the same level as TC, which is a very significant problem for them. Hopefully, things will switch out and change a little bit moving on down the line, because I do see that the members of Old Dogs are playing their cards right, but unless they can band together soon enough...
He's empty.
Would be a tough call. Sandwich, a very nice try, but it's not going to be able to do much when it came down to that kill. Instantly gets traded out once again. The defense trying to take a little bit more of an initiative. It's a good plan, but they just don't have the weapons to even try to contest this. A couple of shots miss, and they're punished heavily.
Good attempt, though. I will have to give credit where it's due. So, I'm not gonna say it's all bad, at least getting 1 kill, but it could have certainly been better. But Skynex, he's playing with fire here, but hopefully the fire is not gonna burn him quite yet. But then again, it's gonna be a Mammoth to Muhammad probably, but no. Doomsday instead goes for the weaponries, because recently we had a lot of robbers, so arms needs to be in hand, if you know what I mean. No more knives available. TC keeps it up with a 5-2 lead as the side of Bulldogs.
Don't say
Yeah.
dancing in Mirapur would be nice.
Actually.
Remember?
Yeah, I know. Can we? I'm now having memories of that. You know, the rubber dancing in the middle of
Yes.
nowhere. The guy was dancing for 3 days. I mean, I don't even feel bad. But anyways, Tyson. Looks like now he's gonna be able to capitalize on his own teammates, and he's gonna be able to take control of Double very quickly with the breach. Good initiative, I must admit, as they have kind of stopped the momentum of CC as of now, but still the players of TC will adapt very quickly, going for a B take. The Killjoy is gonna be expecting them, but still so will Tyson, walking inside the vicinity, going for the boombot as well. Will be going for the showstopper as well. Can he find anything whatsoever? Oh my god, this is gonna be crazy, but he misses it.
It's a huge miss of the showstopper as well. They can't even push their way forward in the front lines. Muffin Senpai, good for a kill, but he's not gonna be able to do much more than that. The fuse does go through, and Muffin Senpai single-handedly does take out a couple of the players, but Old Dogs, they flooded into the side at a lot more of a quicker pace. That early kill over towards Doomsday was all that they needed to try and turn this one on its head. A good utilization of utility and a very fast flood, catching TC off guard and not letting them get comfortable. You could see that TC, they ran all the way back towards B main, and they made that one big mistake. They didn't opt
They
to
were
fight
afraid
for
from
that
the
space
showstopper,
anymore.
I think.
Yeah, they were afraid. I understand that, but they didn't have any form of other map presence. So they were all stuck toward B main, and there was nothing else they could have done more than that. A big early kill coming in from Tyson, again being able to shut down Doomsday, but Icy trades blow for blow. A 1-for-1 coming in from either side to lose a race for a breach, especially if the breach is on the defensive side. That's a lot of rechargeable utility that you just lost for a possible retake.
Absolutely. So we'll have to work with what they have as of now, as the players. Starting to fall back a little bit more for a rendezvous from the defensive side, and probably they're going to commit together. But the side of TC, they're looking extremely comfortable. I don't expect the Killjoy to use the ultimate quite yet because of the man disadvantage, but still probably they can try to recover a couple of kills of their own. But the problem is the Omen probably is known and stunned, and there you go. It's all to the Killjoy, Yasuo. You can see this happening as of now, but still, good for one. I'm get a couple of more probably, but no, that's gonna be Icy in the last one. Nice attempt though, but once again, you have to admit that TC, they have had their moments where they stumbled across or stumble upon, and at the same time, kind of felt uncomfortable perhaps. But at the same time, they can really bring the matches back very quickly. As we get to see it on instant replay, that they know they will have these trades, but even after that, when the odds will they're still gonna try their level best to make sure the opposition are gonna be having their odds set against them. So I understand where TC is going with this, and I can understand where Old Dogs also struggling with. But I just hope they can recover from it as well, even though the gap's not too large as of now. 6 rounds already in the favor of the opposition. They can still make it probably a 6-6 for best, or maybe a 7-5. But even then, I have to admit that they're being read. I mean, maybe it's a little bit repetitive, or maybe beating around the bush, but it's just obvious, man.
It really is. Certain small hiccups could
Nice
just be a
shot.
problem. Sub Sandwich swings out. A good kill coming up from him. Nice trade and a good weapon upgrade to just move. For now, though, he said once again for the members of the attack, they need to be a little bit more careful in where they want to really head into. Doomsday all the way towards the back, somehow able to find the hit here. Takes out Tyson, and look at the forward positions. I'm so confused. Who's the attacker? Who is the defender at this moment? They're everywhere and anywhere that they could be. And it's TC who still were able to come out on top. Better weapons in their hands. Sub Sandwich, he was good for a kill, but now he needs to be good for 3 more if he wants to clutch out this round. A very crucial round indeed. He's gonna be able to find it. Jumps around. Muffin Senpai making a lot of noise. Swings through. He's gonna be able to find some sound. At Specs on the top rope is gonna be able to go for the slam dunk instead. 3-7, ladies and gentlemen. That's TC. They take another round.
They look very confident as well, Old Dogs. They have been looking confident for the past initial rounds, but that's past tense as of now. They'll have to find their opening right now and right here. Otherwise, they'll simply fall in a gutter where they may not even be able to recover themselves from. 7-3 is fine. H4 is also fine, but beyond that, you better believe me that you're not gonna have the best of it. And this one in particular is gonna be a bit more important because this is another full buy. We have seen the side of Old Dogs ecoing at least twice, I think. So that's an indication. If they're not winning these full buy rounds, they're simply gonna be back to that once again where they struggle. Even though they are getting kills on those ecos, not gonna be the best of it. And looks like it's simply gonna remain as it was. Specs and Deadly capitalizing off their own nice shots coming in from the side of Specs as well as Yasuo and Sexinix will have to be together to obtain a retake, but it's simply gonna be much more difficult. It's all up to Reina here on a 1v5, the world against her. And the best he can probably do is just wait for a couple of exit frags, maybe get a couple of kills to boost up the economy. But even after that, an eco will be expected, or maybe try to save it because that gun definitely will be benefiting you in the upcoming rounds. And there you go, Doomsday was definitely dancing and celebrating before it was morning, but still too many shots coming in from all of the players. And now Sexinix stuck in a in front of a firing squad, and he will not survive whatsoever. 8-3 in the favor of TC. As I must admit, Old Dogs, they have tried their level best, but now they're kind of in a very bad position because look at the buys. They have a lot of rifles from Wish.com, and this might just work, but still, it's gonna be very difficult, you know.
Here.
This is gonna be tough. The way that TC have been taking over this game. Members of Old Dogs, they've been doing good, but it's just not enough. They need their team to band together a little bit more. The players of TC have not really been even giving away a lot of these early duels when they think about it, Krishto. These fights have been instantaneous coming out from them, and when they are taking these fights, there's always at least 2 more people waiting to try and take over those trades. Not a lot of 1v1s to give, and a lot of space being given away as well by the defenders. And they understood this. You can see how many members were invested towards that A side just to set up control. 4 people were present towards A. They took trouble control, they took A main control, and then they opted to go in for the spread. This is a perfect adaptation coming in from the members of the Old Dog. But now TC, they read the bluff. They're now on the opposite end, and this is why having that Killjoy alarm bot outside of C near the mount is so crucial, because now you would have been prepared a lot more earlier for the fast rush that was coming in towards the side. Now the Killjoy needs to give this one up, opt to play for a retake when his members do not have enough utility. But why would you need utility anymore if Cyrix is going to be able to find that good kill over towards Doomsday? Opting for the full-scale retake is the perfect idea.
Oh, the timing!
Already being taken over! This is gone to a very bad scenario. The Killjoy lockdown not really able to open up the entire side. One more player in toward the back. Deadly still not able to find the kill, and now it's all up to IC to work up a miracle. He should be able to do so. He's come through from the sidelines, but the timing is not going to be his. He can't really do anything here. The plant in the most unfavorable of positions as TC, the gap in communication caused them to fall apart. Old Dogs, they're able to use it to their own advantage, 4-8. As this round was a disaster for the opponents.
Because their main plan was to take care of the Killjoy first. The Raze was pushing in just for that, but he became way too greedy. And that's exactly where he faltered, and that's a huge problem. And Old Dogs, I have to compliment them. They took absolute advantage of just that. Even though the strategy from the side of TC have been amazing, because they have also shown presence on A main, just to show up that, hey, do not take grapple control, and we know the meta, and you just cannot overshadow that. But even after that, Old Dogs, the adaptation simply unrivaled, because the players of Old Dogs didn't quite let go of their footings. Yeah. But this is something which needs to be consistent once again. This is a really amazing victory for them, but on the second half, I just hope they can. They have put up an amazing show against a team like TC. But, as I said, consistency is going to be the name of the game as the players are starting to walk inside of C side. The Cypher is going to be near the vicinity. There will be some stuns available as well. There is a Fade who can probably give him some backup. Was he watching the camera?
Yep, he was trying to get on a TikTok video. What a tough one for him. Can't even speak properly. This round is going at a rapid pace. Everyone's just flooded in towards the side already. Doomsday, it's all up to him to try and maybe find another kill, but it's just not gonna happen. Tyson with the fast rush and the faster reaction is gonna be able to find the final shutdown.
I'm not
Good
quite
kills
sure.
coming out from them.
Tell me about it, but at the same time, I'm not quite sure if Deadly disconnected or he just fell off the angle. I mean, if he got disconnected...
he was shooting a TikTok video. I don't think he saw that.
I know, but the point is, if he got disconnected, It means he doesn't use Inspired Broadband because you can certainly get that your hands on there so that you don't get disconnected in your rank games.
Yeah.
You never saw it coming, did you, ladies and gentlemen? So get yourself in the Inspired Broadband as fast as you can so that you never get disconnected and you always bring your A game and you don't have the packet loss because we all know how much packet loss we get in a lot of games, including the Mumbai server. I'm looking at you, by the way, but still, to the elephant of the room, TC. Good attempt on the last round, but still, this needs to be a bit more on point. But then again, they have a lot of rounds, so they have the breathing zone. But if you allow yourself to play with fire, the fire will certainly burn you. Old dogs, you're pretty much creeping in front of Icy as he will fall back. His location will be blown, but still, the Omen not be taking any form of risks here, as there's also a counter smoke. But hey, Aggie, how was the segue? Be honest.
I'll give you a minus out of 10 for that one.
Sure. Sure.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good rating. For now, though, let's hope the rating for the members of TC will be a little bit better going into this round. Seems like pistol round could just be their kryptonite. Losing out on 2 consecutively could be a problem. It's too bad. Oh no, they tried to rush in together like that again, and Specs and Deadly read it like an open book. One good bait from Muffin with that Marshall was all that they needed, and the members of Old Dogs just ran into them like lambs to a slaughter. It took just a couple of seconds for the members of TC to turn them into mincemeat. A beautiful round from this team, as good God, the defense is brutal.
There.
It's a moment of counter Avengers. But anyways, Old Dogs, come on, you have shown amazing fights here, but what is that? Hey, brother, what is that? But anyways, I cannot replicate that as of now, but TC, it's gonna give them a huge momentum boost as they have all the momentum they could have asked for. They've also put their opposition on an eco on their bonus round, which could have been their opposition's bonus round. They have it all there in their equation as they're taking frags one by one. No form of casualties, and there you have it, a flawless run from the side of TC as well, as they put the 10th score on their board. Double this against 5. Old Dogs. It was an eco, I understand, but they're starting to lose momentum very quickly, and now they're really making mistakes, which will be read by anybody. TC showing off how dominant they are. Old Dogs, come on! You can do this, we know that. You have put a team like TC a run for their money. And as of now, the tables look like it is starting to turn. But I don't want to jinx it. Old Dogs. They're starting to go for a full-on grubble take. There is going to be some expectations inside of Doomsday, and that's exactly where they're going to be able to find capitalization. Doomsday! Bringing up Doomsday on the opposition after all. With a double kill of his own.
I see. Let's turn to maybe we'll have a little bit more of a forward-sided approach. Even then, the shots not really connecting just yet. A good
Not
kill,
like
I see. Found value. Deadly with the final blow as well on the other side. A tough one indeed. 5-10, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, 5-11. As we do see another big round coming through for the members of TC, as 2 more rounds separates them from a possible victory here. The problems just keep on stacking up. This is their last buy, Christo. Old Dogs, if they lose this round, they're not going to have anything to go in the forward run. And even the Reyna opting to go in for a full-on Hero Vandal. Yes, he will be able to get a kill and instantly get that armor back, but that's saying whether or not he's going to get that kill without dying. It's going to be tough, to say the very least, of how Old Dogs are going to be able to turn this one around. But for now, small bit of a pause to just fix out a couple of the problems here, possibly a technical one. As both teams, they get a bit of breathing room. For Old Dogs, it could be their last.
I'd like to agree to you as well over here, because not only the buys, the rounds are really not favoring them either. Because think about it, that they don't quite have the best of the arsenal, and if they lose this round, their oppositions are going to be sitting very comfortable in match point as well. So a lot of pressure is starting to gather upon on the side of Old Dogs, but I really hope they can recover themselves out of this. And if this pause, if I know for a fact this pause probably is a technical difficulty, even if it's not, I don't care actually. But even though it's a very late scenario, I hope they can find the moment to keep themselves back on the board and bring some order probably and understand that they need to be on the same page of the book to make any form of execution possible. They are making amazing. I'll compliment them for that. But I must admit, if that's a compliment for the side of the old dogs, TC just skyrocketed out of the equation because they just destroyed the roof here. But I hope they can find something. But at the same time, TC, keep it up. You are probably you're undoubtedly the favorites tonight. I'm not saying you shouldn't be, but we love to see the rising talents here. But I guess the post time is here, ladies and gentlemen. So do stay tuned. We'll be right back after the issue has been resolved.
Placing swamp grenade. Last player standing.
Where is everyone hiding?
Spike planted.
Cage triggered.
Last player standing.
Dead, and I didn't feel anything. Not even a thrill.
Match point.
I saw their desperation. Let's use that. Oh, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should do. This goes here.
Bring them down. They're blind from fear. Placing swarm grenade.
Spike dropped.
Satchel up. 30 seconds left.
Off your feet!
left. One enemy remaining.
Clutch coming out from Icy. The way that he played that round was just genius. Playing for the time, jiggling around, making noise, went in for the jump up, and then he crouched. The biggest thing is Kreshto. He crouched on the box, so there was no way he could have used the classic to try and kill him. And the classic right click, he was completely reliant on the RNG. And even then, the RNG is not going to help him because the classic right click's probably going to hit through the box, so it won't kill him in 2 shots. It was just genius from IC to understand the situation and to use it to its fullest caliber. An insane round indeed coming in from the members of TC to take this victory. But Old Dogs, I wouldn't really say they played bad. They played pretty well. They had a good understanding and their aim was on point. But that's the thing. Having the aim and knowing how to utilize it when it comes down to utilizing your own utility to augment that aim, to make your opponents feel pressured into missing their shots, it just did not happen. They were too reliant on those 1v1 50-50 duels that they were not really able to sway those 50-50s in their favor at any point, causing this landslide of a victory to happen for the members of TC. A good early fight. They had the confidence. They have everything that they need to try and take down TC. But in this round of 16, in this best of 1, they just were not able to put up a good showing.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on there because their attempt was really amazing, but they just couldn't have the read of their own. Because let's face it, whenever the side of Old Dogs won the round, they just overwhelmed their opposition with gunfight and probably some rotations and stuff. There have been some moments where they have tried to bring something out of the heads, but let's face it, TC read them openly. Even though they may have won the rounds, but still the reads from TC, or should I say, the counteracts from the side of TC were simply unrivaled. And this is exactly why we know TC as the team they are. Coven Esports have not been playing the game for one day. They have been grinding for a very long time, and at the same time, they have been grinding together as well. And with that, they
Absolutely.
became a unit as a whole, and that makes them strong. They fulfill each other. That's a golden rule for any competitive title because you can be an amazing player yourself, but you have to make sure that you are not overshadowing your own team composition. That actually reminds me of an anime called Haikyuu, by the way. That's just a reference, but still, that's something people need to take to heart because understand this. This is not a 1v1 game. You have to make sure you're supporting your teammate, your team is supporting you, and that's exactly how you become a good team as a whole. I'm not saying Old Dog didn't do that.
Absolutely.
No. And heck no, and no way I'm saying that. But this is just a matter of experience. They'll have to grind together. And I know for a fact I'll see them back on these scenes once again as they come back to the VODs as well, as the admins are preparing their scoreboard. We'll actually get to see how their performance were. But TC, this is not surprises, no surprises from them because of the absolute obvious.
That is for certain. Playing to the fullest in every turn. This is the strength of a roster that has been working together for the longest amount of time. And as they're pushing forward inside of this tournament, things are just going to get even more easier for them. Very few teams are going to be able to contest them. And the few that can, oh boy, they have a lot to live up to. That is for certain. And on a best of 3, and even if I don't think we are going to have a best of 5, I do recall in the finals. So even if it goes over to a best of 5, you know that the experience that the members of TC have will be the biggest game changer. Yone is going to be the MVP for the side of the Old Dogs. Well, Deadly with that ace pretty much cemented himself at the very top. A Cypher being at the echelon of Valorant, not really that big of a surprise now, is it? Because we have seen a massive shift in the recent meta and the way that the MVPs have been distributed from before Crystal. The Cyphers, not just in our region or in not just in our region, even in VCT, the Sentinels have been racking up the most kills in almost every turn because yeah, duelists have that job of being the star player, being those entry fraggers, yes, but the person that's behind the anchor of a side, they're so much more crucial when it comes down to those defensive rounds.
Absolutely, because they are supposed to support their teammates as well. At the same time, staying alive is also a factor. You mentioned about duelists. Think about it. Duelists have the kit to frag out. I mean, I'm not saying the rest of them doesn't. No, but I mean, let's face it. We did see a Killjoy hard kill onto Specs, but that's not my point. My point is that all the duelists in the game either they can heal themselves on they or they have an ability which can allow them to have some mobility. The rest of the teams they have their own utility which can also be really strong on their own accord, but most of the time they support their opposite their teammates more than do to themselves. So Cypher and Reach over here, some people may ask questions that why do we not have a duelist here, but still it doesn't make that much of a difference here because still a player's own skills and contribution is gonna be the elephant in the room. And now as we have the scoreboard on our on our screen, we actually mentioned the fact that yeah, duelists do have their own perks as well, as we do see 4 first bloods being deployed by both of the duelists. So I must say the composition from both of these sides have been really equal. I wouldn't say anybody has overshadowed their opposition or their own teammates as a matter of fact. So it's just nothing but a factor that TC was just a bit more experienced than the side of Old Dogs, and that's exactly where they were able to go that higher. Bulldogs, I see nothing but a lot to learn from here for them because they should not be disheartened as they should be back and learn from their experiences and maybe just maybe in the future we will be cheering for them.
Absolutely. Let's see how this one goes for the members of the old dogs down the line. The roster, a lot of promise, but just working on that utility and that team play down the line will be the thing that differentiates them from pretty much any other squad. DC, not that big of a surprise. We're beating the day as the horse out here. The team being able to take that victory. They still look as strong as they did in the past. Maybe a slight bit shaky when it comes down to the Pistons, but nothing, yeah, but nothing a couple of good old tournament games are not going to be able to fix.
Absolutely. But as we mentioned the last thing, a couple of last tournaments thing factors. A lot of teams I've seen a lot of experienced players, but sometimes we don't see them again. This is what I personally hate the most because hey, you may lost a game, you may not have the moments to shine, but then again, persistence has to be the answer. So I really hope through these all the tournaments, not only this in particular, the players earn persistence through this. And with that, I hope the region of Valorant in Bangladesh in particular grows to be a strong force, a recognizable force. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's our first map of the board today. We're going to be having one more best of one coming right on the corner. So the details are going to be on your screen. So do stay tuned with me and Eggy. We'll have a match of FPS chess in a little bit of seconds. So do allow us a little bit of time. We'll be right back for a short while.
স্পিড সব লাগে।
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
অ্যাকশন স্পিড সব লাগে।
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action speed shop blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Remember, we're gonna be back with the action between the match between the side of Platoon Surge and Night Furies, the second match, or should I say the last match of the best of six round of 16 series. We have our no, actually not six, not six, seven people who are gonna be moving up to the quarterfinals. The last spot still remains. Who is gonna be?
Seven
Who is it gonna be?
because it
Go
was
on.
seven because a couple of other teams are not able to make it yet. But let's see who are going to be the ones to take this one away. Platoon Surge going up against Nine Fury. Sadly, I have no idea who's going to be on either one of these teams. Maybe you can enlighten me a little bit, or are they not
Um,
anyone that we know in particular?
Nah, from the information I've been provided with, it's actually the new squads from both of the sides. But from the admin's information, I've got to know that Platoon Surge did have an easier way going into these brackets. But on the other side, Night Furies have dominated. Like a couple of their matches were in also 13 O's and so on. But I can't quite still say if Platoon Surge is a team who can be neglected because of the fact that they did have a couple of forfeits, but that's not something I'm really giving a damn about. Once again, they could have put up a good fight as well, but still, I'm still in the dark. Whatever I'm saying is actually coming from the admin side. But as it is a match on a map of Ascent, I think we're not going to be expecting something extremely out of the has, as these players are also like, how do I put it? Up and comer
Testing out
teams
the water.
probably. So yeah, maybe we'll be getting our answers by the players themselves as we have the players' names on our screen. And
Vladimir Pudding.
well,
Your favorite kind of
um,
pudding, Krishna.
I could have said something to it on the stream, trust me, but it would have put it in on a rating of PG 18 plus. Because you're still here, I'm just gonna do this and you'll just know. But as of now, Aggie, you know where things are coming from, but I hope the players are gonna be ready here. Vladimir Putin, I hope he can show off his dominant as well, but it is Putin after all, so I hope he's also gonna be putting up the tasty shows for us as well. But yeah, you were saying, I think.
Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a surprise, I would say. Both of these rosters, I have seen them do a lot of postings for picking up a team, both organizations. So let's just see how this is gonna pan out for them. Night Furies not really having a significant name on their team, but then again, we have seen it in the past, right? That couple of these teams that are not really recognized are really rising up in the region, and we are being showcased time and time again that there are up and coming players that are trying to take that spotlight. Let's just hope to see how the map of Ascent is going to be playing out for both of them, because looking at the composition, Platoon Surge is going in for something very different, something that we have rarely ever seen on the map of Ascent.
Mm-hmm. The composition as well. But as you said something earlier, that is, we've seen a couple of teams who just comes out of the blue and really surprises us. I have to give some shout out to the side of Old Dogs who just got their defeat on the previous match against the side of Covenant, and also a team called Arc Reactor who played against SL Sports yesterday. So these teams have certainly surprised us. So I hope these teams do come back into the equation down the line and they should be able to surprise us yet again. But as of now, the surprise factor will be lying between the side of Platoon Surge and Night Furies. The composition is something you have mentioned. I hope this is going to be in the equation if they can adapt to it and if they can utilize it. It looks like the match has started after all, ladies and gentlemen, as we just run into the game, as the players seem to be AFK, at least the Omen, or maybe they're not, they're just loading in. And if they have DC'd, I must admit, just get yourself inside Broadband, ladies and gentlemen. You will not have any of these because you have to make sure you're bringing your A games onto
Yes,
your
better than
ranked
not.
games as well. I mean, can you deny it, Aggie?
Nah.
Exactly.
Wait,
Oh. That's all luck, Aggie. We were trying to do it a little bit faster, but I mean, Aggie's facial expression kind of explains it. The lobby has been bugged. We will have a re-host. So I guess we'll have to burn a little bit more time. But yeah. Actually, for the
it's just
composition.
my luck in general, man. Every single time, whenever I want something to end out quickly, sadly, it never really happens. Yes, of course, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of technical difficulties will happen. Don't forget the people here at Insync Productions. They're trying something completely brand new to have an API like this to create certain graphics of this caliber. There will be some issues. We're going to be trying to fix everything out slowly but surely and iron out the problems. But yeah, I do have to say that the stream day by day is starting to look even more professional in every regard. taking it slow, taking it steady, and of course the teams, they are going to be hopeful as well to showcase their plays at a high level production scene. But for now, as we are going to be waiting for the lobby to get restarted, Crystal, I want your take. Having a breach on the map of Ascent, do you like the idea or do you hate it? Or do you think that it's a little bit overplayed with the breach being a little bit too strong from time to time?
Breach can be strong in the correct hands. I will give you that, and especially when there is a secondary initiator to work with. Because first of all of his utilities are extremely hard to dodge, and at the same time, you can be extremely aggressive and you can counteract with it while you know for a fact you will win the gunfight. But the answer is that in a map like Ascent, it is a linear map, so it can have its moments, as we have seen in the OG days where Split was the map where Breach shined the brightest. So I want to say yes, but at the same time, sometimes in my heart, I would say Sky would have been a better option. But then again, Sky has certainly lost the ability to regenerate those birds. So I will agree that Breach can be a good pick. But once again, my answer will also connect to the first thing I've said. You need to make sure you're reacting with the breach utilities and you're acting upon it. Otherwise, it's simply going to be another agent who is available in your roster.
Absolutely. We're just gonna need to wait and see how this one pans out. But for now, at least, a little bit of a switch out, I would say, is gonna be a little more important. Having a clove and a breach on your team, you are lacking a slight bit of utility, but maybe if you're utilizing the clove as a full scale entry, it could be different, but it's very dependent on how this game is gonna get played out here, Crystal.
Absolutely. They're trying to be unpredictable. They're trying to bring something a bit more extraordinary. But this is also something which may even come at a cost, because sometimes you can try something, how do I put it? Very ambitious. But if the ambition is not quite filled enough, you may even fall under your own weight. But I'm not trying to demotivate here anybody, or I'm not saying that people should stick to the meta. No, heck no. They should bring something extraordinary so that we can learn from it as well, and so that people understand. Okay. So they can learn from it, and maybe this is also gonna develop the integrity of competitiveness as a whole. But before we actually go into any form of conclusion with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have to take a short break to realize what's happening. We just know for a fact our admins are not using Inspired Broadband. That's why the rehost had to happen. So do stay tuned. We'll be right back after the issue has been resolved.
স্পিড সব লাগে।
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে।
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
Action, speed, shot, blood.
তুফান খুব ভয় পাইছি রে
Inspire Broadband. Internet, we make it best.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be back with the action this time around. Aggie has some emergency, that's why it's gonna be me who will be proceeding towards the upcoming match between the side of Team Platoon Surge and Night Furies. And from the information we've been provided with, they had some internet issue. There is no question they're not using Inspire Broadband, who are sponsors of this event. So had they done it, they wouldn't have taken so long to load into the game and so on and so forth. But hopefully they will not make the mistake from next month, and nor should you if you're also struggling with internet issues. But as of now, the main mistake they'll have to focus on not making is in the game, as this is the best of 1 series, a round of 16. Whoever wins here will be going up to the quarterfinals. So it's technically a do or die situation, as it always has been for the previous teams as well. And as we have mentioned, that Platoon Surge and Night Fury are compared to the newer teams. So it's gonna be a little bit unpredictable from my end, but I do want to see what do we see from out of the hats. A lot of big questions in the equation, but I'm damn sure it will be answered. And once again, I know we have mentioned it before, but it has been given to us by the admins that Platoon Surge had a comparatively easier way into the brackets, while Night Furies also had an easier way, but they actually fought for it. So a lot of 13 O's, but I'm not still trying to demotivate anybody here. Maybe it's just some mismanagement or something. We do not quite sure. We're not certain about it. Sorry for the mumbles there. But it will have its moments. So I'll just say I believe it will come around regardless. I believe the players have loaded into the game, which we have been provided once again. So my thought is that what form of composition we'll be seeing? We have seen the agent pick previously. I'm not sure if the admins are gonna impose the rule that once you have picked an operator agent in the game, you have to stick with it because without any questions asked, you have already shown that your composition is gonna be like this. It's a strategy revealed to your opposition, or it can be vice versa. So if any changes are brought, I'm damn sure it's not gonna be accepted. I'm not. Still, this is gonna be a decision from the admin side because once again, both the agents selections needs to be consistent. And with those, as we have also seen a breach as well, probably along with a clove, probably. I do hope it's gonna remain, but but yeah, that's just that. And from the information, yeah, we had another rehost. There is just no other solution to this other than getting Inspire Broadband, ladies and gentlemen. There's no way we can beat around the bush here. And yeah, this event is definitely sponsored by Inspire Broadband. There's no questions about it. And because of them doing it, we're seeing what form of problems people can face. But I just hope that this will indeed find its footings. The rehost has been done from the information we've been provided with. And the best part is it's still a double low situation. No teams have even gotten the opportunity to play around to begin with. So I do think this time is gonna be the last time, as third time is a charm. But yeah, that's something. I mean, there will be moments where the players will have to find a bigger solution when it comes to their compositions as well. And I have referred an anime before, like you, as that is an anime which does put a lot of emphasis on teamwork, which I have referred in the previous game. So I would like to see if those factors are going to be in the equation. I would love to see the ace, which we have seen in the previous match from Deadly from TC, but these are one-time shows. Actually, I mean, we will definitely scream our vocal cords out when these plays happen, but we would love to scream higher or louder when a proper team composition happens. And I have to admit, the game we have seen previously between Old Dogs and TC were really spectacular, but in the end, it was TC who really had the experience to show off and showcase how well they're coordinated, and that's exactly where they were able to flourish and capitalize on. That's exactly where they're moving on forward there into the quarterfinals. And definitely, as we have our predictions as well, there's a high chance that this team, Team Covenant, obviously, will move into the grand finals as well because of this shared experience they brought. And at the same time, we have a confirmation the match has started, ladies and gentlemen. We will be getting into the action. So, finally, that's a result. And yeah, I just hope nothing goes wrong this time. And as I said, it is going to be me, although myself, Aggie has an emergency to deal with. So I just don't want any form of problems. Because let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long night. It's already 12:30 in the night. So that's also something. I can hear Yasin in the background watching the stream as well, but it's fine as of now. As the players are starting to show some presence on the main side, but I do wonder if they're really gonna be committing to it. The Killjoy utils are still gonna be there. And as of now, they're just starting to just rush in. It's there. Able to isolate the angles instead of B-side with the siege wall as well. And yeah, this is what we're talking about. Some very awkward compositions coming in. I just realized there is no second initiator. Instead, they're actually opting for double duelist composition. So it's a very self-centered composition for the side of KF. Oh no, PTN! Afzal, Asphalt, I think? Yeah, Afzal it is. That's amazing. Trigger discipline will be able to find one, but that instead he's going to go to the receiving end as the players of KF are also popping off it one by one. As Insane will show his own insanity, not showing any form of remorse here. But it is indeed going to be the side of KF. Winning it out, and they will find the first victory. Even though PGN, a good attempt, but we just couldn't find and face the heat against the side of KF. 1-0. KF. very strong. They will have to remain as is. I'm not gonna be saying that PTN fell short here whatsoever. They had their moments as well, but they just couldn't capitalize on it because Afzal's position was impeccable, but he just didn't had what it took it to do. And now we have a UI bug over here because the second round is already here. We just got the confirmation. The defenders won. Yes, we know that, but that's not the big deal here. KF going for an anti-eco while PTN does have a stinger in the... Oh, never mind. They will refund it in the nick of time. So a full-on eco will be seen from the side of Platoon Surge. It's starting to show some aggression on the mid side. This is looking good, but at the same time, they'll have to make sure that they are taking the proper gunfires. Vladimir Putin is on the corner, can go for the swing if he wants to, and he might be able to get him off guard. But no, instead he's gonna be swung instead, and that's exactly where the meta of Valorant just shines. You have to either swing or be swung, but then again, that's not the elephant of the room here, as one of the players have been taken down, but still Afzal will not left to till the table for too long. Root will find him, Stroker will find another one. It's all up to none other than Damn Boy. But Damn Boy, we'll have to make sure that we go Damn Boy. He does have the spike, can recover a gun as well, but there's a lot of pressure. There's 4 angry defenders waiting for him. Will recover a Spectre for himself, can push CT. That's gonna be the most wisest ideas, and he will do just that. This Clove, however, has the purple and now we will be expecting the Omen in the vicinity, and he's not wrong though. Reload sound has been made, and now the Reyna knows. We can see the pings coming in. Damn Boy, he's not ready for this, is he? Yes, he's not. Root was under the ground, as any Roots would have been, and just like that, KF starts things off with a spectacular fashion from the 2-0 scoreline. PTN, not the end of the world, they still have a proper position to work with, still a very winnable position. They will be going for the full buys, including an Odin in the hands of Crack Platoon, a very historical username, I must say, but it depends if he can live up to the legends of Crack Platoon, maybe. As he is actually going for the Odin after all. He did drop a skin to his teammate, but that's not gonna be a huge factor. That is gonna be a huge factor because skins do give you skills, but that's not something I'm really focusing on as of now. As the Omen will see, the Reyna will be seeing some smokes in the vicinity of it. That's Root I'm talking about. Vladimir Putin knows the confirmation. She will hear the sound cue. He popped in the paint shield and doing some chip damages, but still not at the end of the world. We'll be seeing with Wakey. He will be opening onto Root, looking for more. The wall's gonna be there, and now he'll be using this util to open up the wall, and will be joined up by Putin as well. Recovers another gun for himself. But Putin opt to go for the Spectre instead. With Wakey, we'll get rid of Stalker, but I don't think the raise location is known, but maybe now. So, as Afzal finds it, and now it's all up to the raise. Sorry, it's all up to Insane. Does have a Spectre to work with. We'll go for a spray, but against a Vandal in that distance will not find that much of a success, but good attempt though. Kudos for that. A 2-1 as the players inside of PTN are also showing off how dominant they're gonna be. But I think the message has been sent that Crack Platoon is using an Odin, so Insane will not be an exception. We'll be seeing a .exe Odin after a very long time. That's an indication he's a veteran, so the veterans needs to show that they are indeed veterans, as we see 3 Odins. I hope Odin is on their side as the Norse gods. He is a Norse god, who am I kidding? But this needs to be spectacular. This can go very well or very bad, because in ranges, the Vandals are simply gonna be cutting them like a hot match through butter because the one-shot headshot. While we'll have to spray a couple of bullets, even though the RPM may still benefit them. But 4 Odins in one game is really unusual. But we have 4 Odins in one round. That's what we're talking about. Unpredictability is the name of the game, as the players are trying to take entry inside of A side. There's the Reyna inside the vicinity behind the boxes, but still, he will not be taken on his side. He will take down one player, looking for a second, but it's gonna be a refrag attempt from the side of Game Boy. But the refrag attempt is also gonna be applicable from the side of Vladimir Putin as well, as it's gonna be hell breaking loose with the Odins, as the gods are angry tonight.
One enemy remaining.
Another one. Looking for more, but it's now up to PTN with Wiki. Locations revealed. He knows exactly where the remaining player is, and now he's low on HP. It is gonna be a fight of the Odins after all, as both the players are fighting as gods with gods. Is God of War in Valorant. Spike is gonna be available. And now, I must admit, the Sova is a little bit paranoid because he has to plan, and he's low on HP. He's gonna make the move, and Insane will have the proper angle, the better angle, and just like that, the gods will indeed fight, and there will be only one survivor. It's gonna be Insane, Kratos himself. KF, find the third. I gotta admit, this round was bloody for both of the sides, and it's gonna bring a huge impact from both of the sides, because we know that Vandal rounds and or assault rifle rounds, they're called full buy rounds. What do you call this round? Elephant rounds? Or Juggernaut rounds? Or Billionaire rounds? I mean, I know that it might be an exaggeration, but these guns cost double, almost double, than a proper assault rifle. Almost double, actually. So, it was a bloody expensive one from both sides because they have lost all their Odins except for Insane's one, which have been saved, but KF Root is opting to go for another attempt. So this is looking spectacular, and I can see the same thing from the side of Platoon as with Wiki as well. And as we were talking about it, you can see the descriptions to get yourself enrolled into Inspire Broadband, because just so you know the problems we had, it wouldn't have been only and only if we had the players using the same particular broadband connection. So now the shots are gonna be connecting, but still it's not gonna be from the side of the Clove though. He will be the one who will be receiving, but now the presence on tree side will be really proper as the Raze is gonna be ready for this, but I don't think they know about this now. They should know because the Raze is, the Breach is trying to protect just him, but as of now, so many fleet hills are gonna be deployed on the tree side. Tree's gonna die any second now, but still, Gridlock and Puddin showing off their skills. Puddin's gonna be low on HP, but still Hunter 47, good for one, but needs to fall back as he is pretty far away from his teammates, but will be flashed by the Leer, and there is gonna be a proper positioning for the side of Afzal because he has full HP while Vladimir Puddin and the other player did not, but still Root does have the Odin with an answer. We'll get rid of him, and the Odins are angry, I must admit, and now Odin's all over again. It's with Wiki versus Root and Insane, and the Odins will just show off. This game is just hovering around that particular weapon. And I must admit, this is a very unusual game, and I don't have anything against it. KF, they're just showing off that we're just betting better Odin players. What you gonna do about it? Kill us with your own Odins? Oh, never mind. You don't even have the economy to work with, because that, the moment I say it, we can see the side of PTN struggling really hard, as they'll have to go for an eco. And I must admit, buying the Odins are really getting to them. If they're really opting to buy Odins, we can expect more eco rounds down the line. But yeah, that's something which will have an answer regardless. The leaders are gonna be tossed in as the players are starting to come in B side, and now Stalker opening up the door to make sure that he will be able to go aggressive any second now. Afzal will find a kill onto Insane as he just fell asleep on the angle. What is happening here? PTN, they're not supposed to run this down, and they just lost one body right now. What did you just do? KF!
Thrifty.
I don't have any answer to this. Night Furies. You had 3 Odins, you had proper buys, and your opposition just rushed inside the objective while they just fell off. I can't make anything out of this. They have a double sentinel composition. I understand that they use that Sage Wall on BCT. But hey, where's your players on market? You open up the door. Where's the retaliation? But anyways, past was past. We have to commit now. The players of PTN. I hate to say it, but they have all the momentum now. I'm not saying that I'm not in support of PTN. No, heck no. They have shoved a great round on the face of KF. And I have to be in their favor now. KF played amazingly, but I can't say that anymore. Stalker, good for one, but needs to be a bit more better here as he will find one. The attacker Killjoy is going to be giving a lot of hard time for the defenders as Insane is pretty much stuck in an island. What you going to do about it, my guy? We'll go down. Stalker will be back from the dead, but now needs to recover a kill to lift to till the tail, but the clock is ticking. And the Clove will be beating the dust back into the grave any second now if he doesn't find a kill. And there you go. It's going to be all on the side of Hunter. Grimlock, the last player surviving with a Sheriff against 1 Odin, 2 Odins and 1 Vandal. We don't see this happening as of now. Nice attempt though, but it's going to be Afzal Vandal who's going to be much more louder. Just like that. What could have been a 5-2 became a 4-3. No, not exactly, sorry. It could have been a 5-1, became a 4-3. And I must admit, PTN taking proper positioning in this. As once again, the Odins are really gonna reign supreme. Once again, 4 Odins all over the place. I guess this is gonna be the meta of the game after all, as we're seeing these in the equation. Hey, people who are playing in the quarterfinals, especially the team who will be facing off against either of these teams, which is gonna be TC, will have to take notes. If they're not the better Odin spammers, they'll have to be very careful, because PTN and KF showing off that they are just playing for the Odins. Taking entry on C side. There's a stack over here, except for the Killjoy lurking on the mid side, looking for information. No mid presence. I don't like this actually, because if you had mid presence, you could have probably flushed out the race from A side as well, and you could have committed A. And look at that. They just know it's a stack, and that's what is committing. And oh no, they are sitting with the Odin inside of both houses. They are the angry fishermen. And with the nick of time, it's just gonna be a near flawless run. It would have been a flawless run if Quack Platoon didn't find his own Odin kill. What is happening here? They're just sitting inside the objective and they're just playing off like tanks. That's funny as well if you ask me, but I guess I can't work with it. PTN. Good round. KF are certainly gonna be in for the memes here. As I see Vladimir Putin trying out the wallbang angles, if he can wallbang a player through the switch, which you can, by the way. So if anybody's trying to get rid of the wall or closing the door, you can certainly punish him for that. Crack Platoon will get rid of Vladimir Putin for his aggression, going for a second, but it's gonna be the counter Odin from the side of Stalker. And his location is known. If he's gonna get a double, probably, I'm not sure. The Hunter, the direction is gonna be available from Hunter. Spray's gonna be there. He's right by the lines. He's still spraying. And it's gonna be Stalker going off. And we're finding another onto Damn Boy. Sprays are gonna be there all over the place. The sprays will have to be consistent though, but still on attack the Odin. I'm not quite sure if it's a good idea. On defense it can be pretty spectacular, but I guess I have been wrong after all. Quack Platoon finds one for himself, and now the attackers have a decent lead to work with. 2 Odins with a Vandal against 1 Vandal against 2, and now 2v2 as Insane will equalize it with a lockdown as well. Probably can go for a wallbang of his own, and now Insane can certainly make it happen as he's going for the wallbangs. But still, not able to secure the kill. That's gonna be a problem. He needs to go for the reload. The problem with the Odin is it takes a long time to reload. The taps are gonna be there. He's expecting the players from the right side, but the problem is now he knows with the shock dart missing him. What is happening here? Insane, low on HP, but it doesn't even matter. Both the Killjoys are trying to play with fire. Insane is just pushing. He knows for a fact that he's not gonna have any amount of retaliation. And there you go. Insane will show that he is a great Odin spammer, but at the same time, he knows how to pick up a Phantom, and he knows that he will have the advantage of movement, while his opposition will not. He had to stick and he had to wait. He's low on HP, but he survived to lift him from the tail. KF 6-3 against the side of PTN. Aggressive was there because it would have been a spectacular journey, but at the same time the spectacularity was gonna be remaining by the side of KF as they're just spamming through the smoke, but this time it's gonna be Stalker taken out by Crack Platoon. Not I don't want to say I'm hating it. I'm really loving it because this is new. This feels like a new fresh air. A breath of fresh air rather. So I do want to know if they will be committing to it. Probably so, but I do see the players are starting to roll back into B side. So this is gonna be the primary objective. I wonder why have they left mid? They could have taken control of market as well. Questions which needs a lot of answers, but I guess that's just how things will work out. But looks like another rotation has been called in by the attackers. On side of E side, as Vladimir Putin will find one, but Hunter is the hunter here, getting rid of the player on E side, and now the rotation has been called in from the side of the defenders as well.
30
starting
seconds
to
left.
roll back into A side. The spike will make its way to the objective. Another wall. So I must admit, on attack in particular, they're really utilizing the stage wall properly. Making sure their opposition struggling with it, and Crack Platoon wants to make sure that he's burning some time, deploys the lockdown as well to burn those 7 seconds out of the 45 to go for a defusal. This is an indication, a message to the side of KF that they probably should go for a save of their own. He can still try to commit it, but the clock may not favor him as a ultimate may be deployed from the defenders. Yeah, that is going to be the case. So they're not going to be letting it go anytime soon. They want to take this run for themselves. They're going to be playing out the objective as well. No smokes available. That's going to be a problem. That was something I was talking about, and that's exactly the moment that everything's going to fall apart. As the players trying to get the kills here, it is going to be all up to Grimlock. But does he have the time? I believe he does, but I don't think it's the case anymore. Goodbye, Sleep Titan. There you go. He's going to go down with the spike, and that's exactly what I was talking about. You don't have the time. The lockdown is a message that sometimes you just have to let it go. Let your opposition take the victory, and you save your economy, while the stubbornness from the side of KF kind of costs the round. But at the same time, can you blame the side of KF? They got all the kills. It was a proper retake, but the time just did not work out. So PTN kind of show off their weakness as well, that they're really not strong when it comes to burning time. But KF, I can't call it a victory for them either, because they lost so many weapons. Now look at them. As they lost, the Odins will have to settle down on the Ares. 3 of them, in fact. How do you guess how the end of the world? Because the Ares are indeed very cheap weapons to work with, as they just cost as much as the Spectre. But the Spectre does give you a better run and an accuracy with movement as well. But they are on defense, so this is something they can work on. Blocks playing with fire, will go for the stun, but he will not find any kill spots quite yet. But it's going to be Vladimir, but not able to react to that particular stun. So me and Aggie were talking about that you cannot take advantage of the breach neutral, where breach just becomes a usual agent. You have to make sure that you get the kills. You have to be aggressive with breach, otherwise, what's the point of playing breach? So almost a triple, but no, it's gonna be Crack Platoon and chew more than he could have, bit more than he could have chewed. Insane. We'll find a potato fest, but still we'll be able to find one sugar quickie, as now they're trying to do with the retake. The barrel of the Vandal is all up to damn boy, but the wall bangs are gonna be way too accurate. And Stalker. His own skills, and now that they know that these Odins doesn't need to be saved, there's upgrade to a Vandal instead, because these guns do
round before the switch
cost quite more. But does it mean they're not going to be buying Odins? Oh heck no! That is the signature for both of these teams. We'll be seeing one Odin. Apologies for that. From each. Can we just stick to the Odin players? I don't even care. I just want to see them. Because they are the star players. It is gonna be none other than Crack Platoon, Insane, Rude, Soccer plays these. I will also say Insane, but I wanna compliment him a bit more because he has the skills as a Sentinel. He has made his clutches as well. Problems do rise quite often, but the stack is a really awkward one because there's 3 players in A side. Do they really want to commit it? Considering Afzal has a... Wait a minute, I just realized, is it a Nico? Can I call it a Nico? Is this anything, even a buy? I don't know, because I see an Odin and a couple of ghosts. What is this cocktail? But okay, I guess, but anyways, that might be a tactic.
One enemy remaining.
Sounds are gonna be there, so I'll look another bit Wiki. With Ace Spectre in his hand. Is he gonna try to save this? He can try, but the problem is if he tried to save the Odin or probably a Vandal, would have been better. But now with Wicked locations, no util to work with. Blinded by the lies, and now we'll have to go for the fight, and there you go. Stalker. We'll find him with the Vandal he had in his hand. I wish it was Root, but still Root did get his skill as the arena, as the entry, as a counter entry to be exact. KF solidifies their lead on an 8-4 split. PTN. We know how strong they are on those Odins, and now I want to know if their defense is going to reign supreme with the Odins available. Hopefully this round is going to be Odin free round because we have a pistol round. The next one probably is also going to be the same. unless some of them get an ace or something, or if they have that strong of an utility, and if they want to sacrifice that much of utils, you will see it. But this time, it's gonna be a pistol one. So,
There.
questions remain if we will be seeing anything out of the ordinary. Stalker with a sheriff. Can I just say I don't like this as a controller player? Because, my guy, you need 2 smokes as a controller. I mean, I see where you're coming from. You're content with the frags, and kudos to you, but... Okay, if you're a controller, buy both the smokes. Then you can use the rest of it, because your team may need this one. But if you're good with 1 smoke, I'm okay with it. But that's still a huge gamble. Because your smokes will certainly take some time to regenerate. Brimstone is an exception though, where the smokes don't quite regenerate. Of now.
Out of charges.
Very good for the opening. Root.
30 seconds
Will not
left.
survive for that long though, but still, Crack Platoon will also gonna be taken out by Insane. So will Grimlock finding his own
planted.
opening. Players of PTN starting to struggle yet again. They had an equalization, but I guess they're gonna be able to do it once again. We got a Gamboy finding Gridlock, but these capitalizations are really not working out in their favor. Gamboy, not careful on the
player
event.
standing.
Will be 1 HP to work with, but still. Could have gotten the kill on Stalker, but Stalker does have a Sheriff, and he was 1 HP to work with. Would have been enough with any weapon, to be very honest. So that's that, and I guess that's gonna remain. I do see Root eyeballing that Odin,
Out of charges.
but instead he's gonna going for that Bamboo instead. I think the reason is that if he happens to lose this, which is hypothetical, because they are going for an anti-eco. If they lose that Odin to the opposition, oh, that's gonna be used against them. That's their weapon used against their own blood. The confirmation is gonna be there, as it's gonna be A execution, as Afzal did fall back wide behind. See a couple of outlaw. I see 1 outlaw as well, which will be present in mid side. So mid is not gonna be the primary objective, as we do see the wall being deployed. But how long is that wall gonna last? Not forever. With a stinger, there's no way he should peek that either. He has to burn time, bait out the player to push him instead, as he is the defender. But the attackers, they're really looking paranoid at the moment. They're still not able to find a decision where they want to commit this. To the east side, there will be smokes available. Crack
Spike down,
Platoon,
B.
finding Supreme with the stinger, will get rid of Insane. No more flank walls is available, as they're also forced to fall back quite back. Crack Platoon will be healed, but the moment he was healed, he's gonna die.
Out of charges. 30 seconds left.
Eliminations are really inconsistent from either of these sides, but still, it's gonna be the side of Hunter and Afzal remaining survivors. Probably they can recover 2 guns for themselves, as they are having some bodies in mid side and A B main. But that really looks unlikely to be very exact, but I guess to my hopes up as a player. Starting to go for an retake, 140k, 470k with a 10. Doesn't quite lift until the tail. But that's all he's gonna be fine. 10-4 as KF won both the pistol rounds, pushing PTN to a very awkward position. Once again, their economy not looking the best, but do I even need to break it down, ladies and gentlemen? It was expected they're gonna be going for the Odins, so they did just that. Awkward silence around the map, as the players haven't taken any control of A main yet. They are showing presence, but Why is it present at the pizzeria? I'm sorry, not pizzeria. I forgot the shop's name. Never mind. Signing, but okay, me take a control on the mid instead. That's my call, but mid is also gonna have some retaliations as the arena is still available. Afzal might be fighting way more than he can chew, but he's gonna find the opening. Really, I was about to say clear away, and that's just like what he's gonna do, but still, he's also gonna go down. Shocker and Grimlock finding Supreme with the bonus weapons they had, and they're still not shying away from taking the fights with Wiki. Gonna go down, and now crack Platoon. Good for one with his Odin. But that's not gonna be enough. He needs to find more as the opposition starts to find upgrades. All of the places with the Vandals available scattered in the map.
30 seconds left.
Omen expected somebody to be behind that tree, but there's nobody to be seen as Stalker is just way too good with the Guardian. I saw the damn boy does have a Vandal. Will also recover an Odin. Hey, you can save it. You know that, right? You have been force buying quite a lot, so I would recommend just that. But as of now, it's gonna be Vladimir Putin. Will jump up and will recover that. And now these Odins have been stolen. The Odins have been lost, and they will be used against their own kind. 3 Odins in the hands of the attackers. Can we have 5, please? Can we have 5? Never mind. PTN making the awkward mistakes, but I'm not blaming them. It's just a matter of experience, I would say. But then again, these are new players in the scene, so this is just a moment of unpredictability. So that's fine, but pushing it with a brute force, I'm not getting it. I understand where they're going for the force buy because they have to. 11 to 4 is a huge gap to work on, and they don't have much option to counteract it either. So that's understandable, but for how long are they gonna be consistent with it? Not quite sure why Afzal was there while he didn't have the best of weapons, while the opposition are still running something with this Odin to recover from their opposition. They are all Reaver Odin, so probably they belong to the same player. Open lock and Vladimir Putin walking inside the objective. There is no retaliation now to be expected. And going down, probably looking down to a barrel of a flawless round here. It might as well be inevitable. Park Platoon will recover a Spectre to fight back, but there is no proper gun to fight back against these Odins. They are kind of breaking their own graves. And I saw the with Wiki. Nice attempt. But it is gonna be the Odins yet again.
Match point.
So it is gonna be the Odins running Supreme. But it's just awkward, let's just put it that way. PTN. Let's still go for a timeout. So ladies and gentlemen, this station will be right up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back in the action once again, and yeah, what is they fighting here? Oh well, this is gonna be a very chaotic one with this showstopper. Sorry, the Rolling Thunder available as well. Grimlock, however, will be good for one. Players are starting to fall apart because the economy from the side of ATN is really not looking that great, but still they will find one 4v4 situation. Plan's gonna work just fine because of the rush happening on the side of Insane with a double. Insanity needs to be there. What is the definition of insanity? But still, damn boy with a double of his own. Bangs are gonna be there. Can he be found? Definitely yes, because of the wall bangs. Ladies and gentlemen, If you have played Far Cry 3, you know this. What is the definition of insanity? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting things to change. And the side of PTN kind of forced every single round. Went for these Odin rounds, and here we are. A really good attempt, but I must admit, Night Furies. I don't know. Once again, I'm not quite sure if this was the strategy to go for an Odin spam. But hey, it worked better in favor of them, right? That's one. Secondly, Platoon Surge, yeah, did the exact same thing, but the gunfires, the economy management, the mentality just was not there. But can I blame them? Not necessarily, because I do see a lot of new faces here, so that's an indication that they are really trying to level best to put up a great fight, but they just couldn't. Night Furies will be the last team who will proceed to the quarterfinals, and they will be facing off against the side of Team Covenant. I gotta admit, Team Covenant, they are recognizable. For the Team Covenant will have to also stay very cautious, because I don't know if Team Covenant have played against Odin players before. I'm not saying it in a derogatory term here. Let's just put it that way. But this is going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to that match in particular from the side of the quarterfinals. So I'm not quite sure if the quarterfinals are going to be best of ones. Probably they will be, or maybe they're going to be best of threes. Not quite sure about it. So there are a lot more matches available, but let's talk about the game as a whole. What happened here? A lot of question marks in my head as well, if I have to be honest, because this is a very unorthodox gameplay from the player side. Both of them, I have to admit, because they played something we didn't quite expect, even though, as the admins have claimed, that they had some unusual plays as well. For example, Night Fury is a team who did give a lot of 13 O's to their opposition, so they have been very dominant. No information on the side of Platoon Surge, but they are also here, so they definitely deserve to be here. But it just felt like a very unusual game of Valorant as a whole, because I I do want to say that some of the players are certainly veterans, because I did see some veteran skins, including some skins from the first battle pass in the game when Reyna was deployed. Ignition, the season Ignition. But yeah, we did see something extraordinary. And what else is extraordinary? The gameplays of the players, Crack Platoon and KF Root. No surprises here. Both of them played Odin, and to be very honest, if we had a chart in this tournament to show which weapon was used the most to get more kills, I'm damn sure the Odin would have been on the top, because more than Phantoms and more than Vandals combined, we saw more Odin kills. So no surprises there. So kudos to both of these players, but I have to compliment KF Fruit a bit more, because Reyna with a Odin in his hand, that is scary, because obviously Reyna has utils, or the Empress, which already increases the RPM of any particular gun, and Odin has the highest of it. So that is something Reyna or KF Fruit did kind of take advantage of. Crack Platoon not an exception. He did hunker down enough, but this is something they'll have to, like, I just hope this lives to tell the tale. We see more of this in the coming days and tournaments. But I'll have to compliment, as we are on the screen of the match results, I have to compliment one player exclusively. That is insane. His insanity have been unrivaled, because look at his stats as well. He has died the less, but that's not the point. He made the clutches happen. Even he was a player who was playing the Odins, but even after that, he used the weaponry which needed to be present in clutch situation. That is gonna be a showcase of his own game sense. So PTN, also kind of the same as I saw Afzal and Hunter, especially Hunter 47k, popping off amazingly, but there have been some moments where they were overshadowed by their own teammates, because damn boy, he did feel like he was lost in some particular moments, but still he is a controller player, so I cannot quite blame him there. But on the other side, KF, they also kind of played with their own gameplay instead of the proper team coordination we would have expected in tournaments. But hey, you won the game, you can be very proud of yourself, but you have to understand these plays may work against the side of TC, but the coordination needs to be on point. Do not forget, Old Dogs had a really good composition, and they really gave the side of TC a run for their money. But did they succeed? Sadly not. So KF will have to watch their backs here on out. PTN, really good attempt, but I really want to see them back in the tournaments of future, in the future, to see how they actually develop themselves. We'll be seeing the same thing, or we'll be seeing them coming back as a better team, including the Odins, by the way. It's gonna be a question jera jati jante chai, if I have to say it. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I guess there's not a lot more to talk about, because everything else is kind of self-explanatory. As we start to we can wrap up the day and the round of 16. It's only 4 days into the tournament. There's a lot more, ladies and gentlemen. And just so you know, this tournament is brought to you by Inspire Broadband. So if you're having any internet issues, you can contact them, and you should contact them. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is Krishna signing out as of now. Next day, Aggie will be joining us on the quarterfinals. So we'll be expecting your presence. This is your host, Krishna signing out. Good night, take care, and
all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never guessed. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got hard. I'm ready to change scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as
Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots. You are not as tough as me. I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me. I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough as
I'm back, you know that I never left. I got tracks and some music that you never yes. I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got heart, I'm ready to change. Scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that. Oh, you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You were not as tough though.
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough defeat. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots, who are not as tough as me. Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots, they're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough deceit. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You were not as tough as